Gearstrom
Split the party.
are in the library.
In the name of
You guys
fashion.
making this so easy on me. And Josh and or Slash and Rezar are heading to the barracks.
Correct.
All right. So you guys reach the barracks. There's 2 guards posted outside when you approach.
I'm looking for a dwarf that is going to assist us on our journey.
One of the guardsmen says, "You'll have to be a bit more specific."
I don't know his name. Did we ever get his name? I think we got.
Yes, you did.
I
There,
thought I
okay.
wrote it down.
I thought I did too.
I have been asleep for 2 days, Rezar. You should have known.
Ah!
Guard Captain Hit Punchy.
I'm looking for guard captain Hit Punchy.
He's a scrappy dwarf.
That'll work.
You're looking for the guard captain. Well,
Yeah.
that makes a lot more sense.
Oh,
Yes.
Hit Punchy.
All right, he opens the door and yells in, "Captain Strongarm, someone's here to
That's what
see
it
you."
was.
See, I was close.
Yeah, I remember. Oh, because I was thinking about. I was pretending to be. I was role playing a little bit as Gearstrom, and I was
And
going. Sorry, go ahead.
a dwarf walks out with a, I don't know, it's probably a long sword, but it probably functions as a great sword to him, in tow. This is what it looks like.
Oh my god, he's adorable.
Beefy.
And he
Oh, look
looks
at him.
out, and he says, "What?"
I was told you would assist us on our journey.
Yeah, I was briefed.
Okay, I'll come back when we leave.
Okay. And he goes back inside.
God damn, this is great.
Excuse me, God. Where might I partake in the nearest fight?
It's so easy.
Who are you asking this of?
Guards right there that told us we're the dwarf.
They say, well, if you're looking for a fight, just
I have been shopping for the last 4 hours. I would appreciate some action.
you'll probably need some gold to wager, but we can probably find you a fight right here.
Now you're talking my language.
Rezar, I believe, has the gold. I can do the fighting.
you in your dreams, if you dream.
He can join, I guess.
In your dreams, if you dream.
We get to fight.
What do you say, though, Rezar? Are you down for a fight?
I'm always down for combat. Time to make
Just
you
a quick
challenging
one.
for the DM. Yeah, quick
We
one.
don't
Just
have all day.
constant derailing.
We don't have all day.
At least we don't have a boner. Well, I might. I might have a little half chub. Excited.
All right.
I must
what's your-
say, if Valana is capable of spending that much time on a dress, me and you can have some fun.
Okay. Out of character. Make this clear. This town is out of healing potions. Do you want to fight with a weapon? Without a weapon?
No, unarmed fist fight. Like, I'm not looking to kill anyone. I'm just looking
Okay.
to have some fun.
Same. Just little fisticuffs. And I don't have to role play or anything. I'm just. Your boy needs some combat. I can just roll for it.
Okay.
Hey, this is what hit dice are for, man. Alright?
Exactly.
Yeah. Sure. So,
Remember
do you
to
guys
replenish your hip dice, by the way.
do you guys know what your unarmed damage is?
I do.
I have no idea.
It's
Oh no.
it should just be like 1 plus your strength modifier if you don't have a feature that gives you.
I don't have anything against me.
brawler thing.
Okay. So
I'm a warforged, so I have iron fists, which is an unarmed strike is a D4 plus my strength.
Okay. So you want to continue with this?
Yes, I do.
All right. How much gold do you have? You need to show these guys.
I have 45 gold.
Okay. So you pick up you hold out your bag of gold, and they're like, "Let me see," and they kind of reach to look in. Do you let them?
I hold the bag tightly, but I allow them to peer inside.
Like, oh, and they both run inside real quick and shut the door behind them. And you guys hear some laughter inside and some yelling and people shuffling around. And then you see two half-orcs walk out.
Oh, fuck!
Um,
It's me own kind.
they walk up to you and they basically just introduce themselves and they say, "My name's Tim," and the other one says, "My name's Jim. We heard you're looking for a fight."
You heard right. You may call me Slash.
You may call me better than you.
All right, and they lead you around to the back of the barracks.
That wouldn't make sense.
Are you
because-
prepared to taste the dirt beneath your feet?
And as you're talking trash, you guys go around to the back of the barracks. Literally, the entire contents of the barracks, all the people inside have spilled out to the back, and they're all like waiting for you guys. And
Pocket sand.
yeah, it's like a lot more wagering's gonna be going on than just your money and Tim and
Yeah,
Jim's
we better
money.
fucking win.
So, all right. How do you want to? Is there any particular rules you want to have for this fight, or any thing you want to?
I mean, no
Propose.
lethal blows, just until someone gets knocked out. Essentially.
So they say basically there's a man back there waiting for you. He looks like he's a higher rank in the militia here. He says, "Listen, I know you guys want to do this to the fullest. Can you make sure you mute yourself, Cameron? I know you guys
I was muted. I'm sorry.
want to do yourself to the fullest, and but we can't be too crazy. We're gonna end this. The loser will be the first one who bleeds."
Fuck.
Agreed.
Well,
So
yeah, that's-
if you're hit, whenever you're hit and they roll damage, I'm gonna have you roll a Constitution save,
fuck.
and if you fail the Constitution save, I'm gonna have you bleed. So,
All right.
and that's pretty much it.
As a warforged, I'm sure you're not concerned with bleeding.
So who wants to go first?
I'm gonna let Josh go first. He can't
Go
bleed.
first.
He initiated the fight, so.
All right. So Slash steps up, and Jim steps up in front of him. Yeah, there's no circle in the ground, nothing drawn. Everybody's just crowded around. There's about 10 feet between you guys and the crowd encircling you, and you hear
Should guarantee double our money.
you hear the man that was speaking to you about the rules just say, "Fight!"
Initiating knockout protocol. Caliente.
So-
You just start swinging.
Roll initiative first.
All right.
Wait, what about the wager? Is there a wager?
I guess 45
All
gold.
45 gold.
Yeah, it's
There you go home.
A 5. Jesus Christ.
Ha ha! You get to go before him.
And Rezar, you don't have to roll. You don't have to roll right now.
I know that, and I'm really sad I finally rolled high on initiative.
Okay. So
I'm gonna get a fucking
when it
two
says
next
fight,
time.
it looks like Slash gets the jump, and Slash, go ahead and roll to hit.
So he twitches right, fakes, left hook, goes for the chin. To hit.
You hit. Roll your damage.
7, and then that I'm gonna activate Action Surge and repeat it with an uppercut to the chin. This is gonna get 2 hits.
Woo!
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about, boy. Yeah.
Okay, you hit there too.
11
All right.
total damage with my fist.
So I'm gonna have him roll 3 con saves. 1 for each attack because they landed, and then 1 because you did more. You passed a 10 damage threshold. So I'm gonna have him roll 3 Constitution saves, and
Alright.
he's gonna have to beat. He's got to beat a 12.
Come on, double my money, Josh. Let's go, Slash. Slash name change to Smash.
And it's gonna be +3 for each.
Alright.
And yeah, so you the second
The uppercut to the chin.
yeah, the uppercut to the chin. I guess you probably catch his lip between his teeth, you uppercut him, and yeah, you hear him go oof, and blood kind of sprays out, and the guy just like says, "That's it," just like that. And,
Who is next? Who is next?
And you win, and that's your fight.
Yes.
And
Puny.
job.
I'm
Good job.
Poses
Wait,
no
wait.
challenge.
the crowd was cheering at first, and then they just like
What about a second guy? Isn't it like you got to knock both out? Like
First
he can
blood.
also knock both
No.
of them out.
no
Or-
Tim's for Rezar.
Is it a best of
So,
3 type thing?
So yeah, you win your fight. So we'll divvy up money when both fights have concluded. Rezar, roll initiative.
I hate everything.
Tyler's so mad right now. I'm sorry.
I'm not mad.
He just wants to tell a story.
Hey!
Damn!
Let's go!
Yeah, so you guys step up in the ring, and the guy says, "Fight!" And with your super quick barbarian reflexes, you go in first, Rezar. What do you do?
I'm gonna punch the fuck out of him. I don't know. I'm gonna overhand smash. And so what do? I'm not gonna rage for this. It's a fair fight. He didn't rage last time. I'm just gonna fight.
All right.
Yeah.
So you do an overhand. So you just bring your hand down like that, like you're.
Oh, I'm jumping
Oh,
at
like
him.
this.
Yeah, like. "Whoa!"
Okay, go for it.
Uh,
roll to hit.
Which would
With
be
It'll be
unarmed
the
strike.
same. It'll be the same attack as your maul.
Yeah,
Proficiency
it's just a
plus
D20
strength.
plus-
The damage won't be the same, but
I hate everything.
All right, so do this, and Tim ducks down to the side, and as your blow misses, your momentum carries you through straight into his leg as he attempts to trip you.
So that hits.
No,
Oh,
that does
okay,
not
that's
hit.
Good.
And
Spicy.
he roll a athletics check.
Fuck, dude.
He does not trip you. He hits your thigh with his leg, and it is his thigh that gives. And he spins around behind you, though, preparing for his next attack. Go.
Isn't it his turn?
That was his turn.
Oh, I'm gonna hit him again.
So is unarmed combat really just 1 plus your strength modifier?
Unfortunately, yes.
Yes.
Unless you have otherwise. Damn.
That hits.
So the strength modifier would be 3.
So it's 4. 4 damage.
4 damage. Okay.
Oh, I do 4 damage.
He's gonna roll a con save, and he fails. How do you hit him?
How do I hit him?
Yeah.
Take it off of Smash's lead at this point. It's I'm doing an uppercut, baby. All
right. So the Uppercut Brothers got the fuck out of
Shoryuken!
Half-Orc Brothers, and
The Uppercut
everybody's
Bros.
just like, "Fuck this," and they all start walking inside, and the guy Van Gogh walks up and gives you a handful of gold, and you've now doubled your gold
Fuck
Wow.
It was a pleasure doing business with
from
you,
45 to 90.
suckers.
I'm giving Slash 45 gold.
Fuck yes!
Yeah, 1 encounter. Boom, 45.
Boom! Thanks, man.
All right,
Back to the library.
the library.
I'm looking for a fight in the library.
I want to throw down with the nerds. So, I'm looking for any information on blood-scarred moons, lycanthropy, Nectalos Forest, Tringle Keep, anything magic,
Okay.
the history of the town.
Slow down. Okay, you walk in, and you're immediately greeted by an old woman. And you walk up to her. What do you want to ask her?
Do you have anything on lycanthropy by chance?
Roadhouse.
She says, Let me see. Let me see. She sits there, and she doesn't move. She looks like she's just thinking. And you're like, what? And you begin to realize there's no actual,
I've seen this before.
What?
I've seen this before. She's got a catalog in her mind.
Yeah, there's no actual catalog here. The library, this room is probably about 30 feet by 30 feet, with shelves going about 15-ish feet high. There's a pretty good section of books here. Not all the shelves are full, but you're excited nonetheless. And she's like, let me see. And she points you, or she takes you. She's like, I think I know one we might have. And she takes you over to an area and shows you the book. And it just says Moon Beast on it.
Okay, I'll take that one. Can I ask her about Tringle Keep? If she has anything.
Yeah, you can ask her. She says,
Do you have your library card?
sadly, we don't have any information here in the library on Tringle Keep. I don't know if you could find anything written available that was a disaster that I think many wanted to forget about. I'm not sure anyone wrote about it.
I write that down in my notes. Then I ask her about Nectalos Forest, if there's any information on that.
Yeah, she points to a journal over on the wall. Pretty thin. But it says Nectalis Forest on it, and it looks like somebody, maybe a hunter, maybe a scholarly hunter, or somebody of that nature, might have compiled this work. You're not really sure.
Okay, I take that one. I asked her about the blood moons, scarred moons, the event that happened like a month ago. Anything in her repertoire related to that?
Oh yeah, she says no, nothing.
Let me see what else I had on my list. What about the town and its history?
Tyler's lawyer says talk. He's just like,
She
no.
tells you that that's something that Gregory Zara would probably have in his office.
Okay.
Something handed down between his bloodline. Most
Undead
likely.
and desecrated ground?
Um, yeah, she waddles over to another corner and finds a book that has a skeleton drawn on the cover.
All right,
It's
I'll take that.
you know, it's not very thick, but probably has some relevant information.
Okay. I also asked one last question about uh, Umberly and anything related to Umberly and the High Priest or the Priest of Umberly.
She says, "The priests of Umberly don't let us keep documentation on them. It's not only against the law; it's against their beliefs."
I write that down in my notes in game. So there's no books on Umberly at all. Period.
Not
Your
here.
your notebook is now illegal contraband.
Okay, so I sit down with the 3 tomes or books or whatever have you that she allowed, basically said it contained the information which I saw, and I began reading them
Which one do you
thoroughly
start
but
with?
quickly as possible. The one on the beast, moon beast.
I take the undead one.
Okay, I'm trying to think about the quickest way to do this. Let me. Uh, okay, you said you took the undead one.
Yep.
Uh, this book, it's probably one of the thinner ones of the bunch. Valana. Um, you find different entries. Let me turn this off. You find different entries regarding not so much anatomy and you know things of that nature regarding undead or even names. Different pages have different drawings of different undead beasts this individual author encountered himself apparently. um, every now and then there'll be a note underneath the image of the undead creature. What are you looking for specifically?
Uh, just anything on
You guys are ridiculous,
some
by
of
the
the
way.
more powerful undead that is documented in the book.
Um, okay. I mean,
Skeletal-like creatures, specifically.
okay. I mean, you find information on uh, uh, certain animals that can be raised, undead, certain beasts that are apparently intelligent enough to to act and do things, and depending on how they were quote unquote raised from the dead. I mean, there's nothing like, I mean, unless you're more specific, there's really not a whole lot you can glean here, except for these actual pictures of these different creatures.
Okay.
In the Moon Beast book, I'm looking specifically for any images of what we saw with the weres, the werewolves. I'm looking for any weaknesses, strengths, likely places that they would dwell, just anything that I think would be of any use in that regard, and lycanthropy and in general, like how it spreads, how it's contracted, and just on and on and on.
Real quick, is there any detail on the shadow we encountered in this book?
There is not.
Damn.
Okay.
Jeremy, what you're looking for, you find, first of all, something catches your eye. It is something that you've never, well, roll a history check real quick.
Damn.
Damn.
Nat 20 plus 5.
So when you see this series of words, it triggers a memory, and you remember reading a little bit about this. The series of words is called Sect of the Moon. And apparently, this is like a tribal group of sorts that they're apparently good aligned lycanthropes, and they worship and praise Selune, the goddess of the moon.
All right. Now,
So apparently, this this sect of the moon, all of the quote unquote members of it are supposedly pure blood lycanthropes. So take that as you may.
does it mention anything about where they could be found? How they could be approached, interacted with, any particular customs? I don't know.
No, there's no mention of any geographical location. You can find this sect, or even like if there's multiple locations. You're not sure. It doesn't really go in detail as whether it's, one pocket here, in this place, or if it's like several different. Like it doesn't specify. But you feel like this might.
As I'm reading this, I'm probably thinking of Granwin.
You feel like this might have some connection with Granwin.
Yeah.
Especially seeing how he, his disdain for the werewolf he slaughtered in front of you.
Does it say anything about weaknesses or strengths or the contracting of this lycanthropy, and anything about moons and that stands out?
It says that werewolves can only be harmed with weapons of silver.
Thank you. Lycanthropy.
It does not mention anything about things like fire or spells, things of that nature. So you're not sure if what effect those things might have. What else did you want to know about it?
About certain phases of the moon that may cause abnormalities with non-pure bloods, or
Uh,
more of them to be present. That scar blood moon.
written here, all it talks about is that um, uh, a traditional werewolf, one that has been turned um, unnaturally by a bite, only changes on the full moon. It also mentions that pure-blooded werewolves are believed to have the power to change whenever they would like. But this sentence is underlined because with question marks, because apparently the author was not sure, just was speculating.
So, last question about the book: does it say anything about how it's contracted and how to cure it if it is contracted, lycanthropy?
Oh, okay. Well,
There is no mention of a specific cure in the book. It just says that there is a known cure. So apparently, this author did not discover what the cure was.
okay. Time to move
Okay.
on.
I write all that down in my notes in game, and I'll write that how to character as well. And Roll20. What about this book on Nectalos Forest? Anything pertaining to its history that would be useful to me and my party at all, or anything of that nature?
I mean, the book on Nicholas Forest, like I said, is compiled by, it looks like maybe a hunters league, maybe like a hunting group. It looks like there's several different types of handwriting in this book. So it looks like different hunters that maybe visit different parts of the forest or specialize in different things. Had a hand in putting this work together. But I mean, it's all stuff based on things that hunters would find important. Is there any specific thing that you're looking for?
Any mention of Tringle Keep or the area around it at all, even vaguely, like that
Yeah,
particular ruins?
as you flip through, there is a page. Actually, it's like the very first page, and it's basically written as a warning to not go any farther than 10 miles to the southeast of Port Zarl.
Looks like
10
we're
miles
going.
southeast of Port Sorrel.
Yeah, it says do not go any farther.
All right. Nothing else jumps out me as I browse through it.
No, I mean, it's obvious that from what the hunters are writing here, that the farther you go into the woods, the more brush, deeper the trees, the bigger the canopy is, less sunlight. Different type of creatures inhabit different areas of the woodlands because of the different, the layouts of the woods as they change. But nothing is like, there's no specific mention of any types of creatures besides things like wolves and bears and just general hunting game
So no weird
or animals
encounters or anything strange.
to be afraid of. Um, no, I mean you get the idea
Okay.
that if there was any like super out of the ordinary encounters that maybe the hunter didn't have a chance to write his tale here in this book.
So trusting Valana, but also trying to be very thorough, I also browse through the book to see if there's anything that stands out to me in my mind with the undead. Do I notice anything more about desecrated ground or the shadows we encountered, or
No.
what could it cause?
No, like I said,
such,
this isn't really a book. This isn't really a book with knowledge and things imparted into it. It's mostly just drawings of
Okay.
a man that has seen likenesses of different types of undead.
All right. So when I finish that, I'm going to go ahead and set up a ritual place in the library away from all the books where I know that
Catch
I
them on fire.
won't cause any harm or damage or worry about the librarian or library keeper or whatever she is. And I begin to do the ritual for summon.
For what?
Says someone familiar.
Yeah, I begin to do that ritual in the
You-
library.
Can you
For
link it
summon.
for me?
How many hit points does he have?
R5 familiar, sorry.
Okay. So describe to me what you're doing.
So I set out all these candles, draw my runes, do my circle protection, burn incense and and charcoal and herbs inside a brazier. While doing this burning, I put a single owl feather from my spell component pouch uh, to aid in
Be
summoning
an owl.
the desired uh, familiar that I wish. And I chant several words, flipping through my spell book, having memorized this ritual over the downtime of the probably more so on my trip here on the boat, and eventually having felt comfortable to try it for the first time. Eventually, this
It's an hour-long ritual. Jesus.
very dark, black-looking, bright yellow-eyed owl comes out of the smoke, and I think about what I want to call him for a moment to ponder that, and I basically refer to him. I name him basically Watcher.
Okay. So yeah, this old lady is like, um, watching you for a little bit, and then she kind of gets bored about halfway through, probably, and meanders off to the front of the library.
Excuse me, miss.
Yes.
Would you happen to have any other books on the undead, or perhaps any on the occult?
Uh, she basically tells you, in not so many words, that this library contains. It's not like a. I mean, this isn't like a treasure trove of information for adventurers, seeking ancient crypts and sunken ships and what have you. Like all these books. I mean, there's cookbooks here. There's arts and crafts books, carpentry books. I mean, you guys got really lucky finding what you found, basically.
Okay.
I figured as much. So, how much longer for Zarl to arrive after I finish my
Shit, I don't know. You guys like fucking fighting people and fucking doing 1 hour spells. I don't know
Sorry, man.
what time was it the last time that I said.
11,
Said it
I
was
think.
11.
It's
So yeah,
one.
we'll say
It's
it's noon.
No, it's 1, dude. It's 1.
I figured it'd probably take like an hour to get to those books and an hour.
Maybe
to
a
the
little.
ritual.
Maybe we'll say 12:30. We'll say it's 12:30.
All right. So I quickly browse around the library, going from book to book, from shelf to shelf, trying to see if it would relate to a magical or magic nature, or the occult or anything like that. Anything that would spark my interest for my character, my backstory, while I'm waiting for the remaining time to pass on the arrival of Zarl.
I'm gonna go out to the pond and just take a walk around.
me type this real quick. Okay. So, yeah, about this time, I'm assuming that Rezar and Slash probably are heading back to the library.
Yep. Then we're
Yeah,
Meet
laughing.
up with the rest of you guys.
I'm
Yep.
laughing.
And I mean, you guys totally like obliterated fucking Jim and Tim, and broke the hearts of
Timmy.
the entire fucking barracks, like probably like 80% of the militia of the town, and I don't know. You might even
A
be
lot
like,
of money was lost.
you might even be a little bit what's the word I'm looking for here?
Infamous?
Fear.
Infamous. There you go. Like you might not get too many favors from the militia.
Oh shit.
Damn!
We got their gold. What else do we need, baby?
So we come back and do we see Eldrick around or anything like that? Or are we at the library?
Yeah, that library is pretty small. You guys walk in and you immediately can see everybody.
I start screaming from across the library. Greetings, Eldrick. How has the reading been? Have we learned any new material that would be beneficial?
The old lady is like,
Slash just looks at her and
His
What is
volume
she
dial
doing?
goes down.
Let us speak outside the entryway while we wait on Mr. Zal to arrive.
I will
And-
meet you there, and he just walks out.
and there is like one or two other people in here. You don't know who they are or what relation they have to anybody, but there are definitely a couple of people sitting down at a table reading.
Interesting. Would have had time to ask them who they are and what their names are, what they do in the town.
Why you do this, Tyler? Why you do this, Tyler?
No, they don't seem interested in talking. Seems like whatever they're doing, they're focused on it, and they
Okay.
don't feel like making new friends right now.
Once I get Slash outside, I inform him of all the pertinent information that I uncovered about the sect of the moon, my suspicions. They worship Saloon, Salune, good align, basically pure bloods. All lycanthropes apparently can be harmed by silver. Traditional werewolves only turn on full moons, and pure bloods change whatever they like, basically. I told him that the other stuff was basically dead ends, and that I'm just waiting a few more moments. Hopefully, that Zarl and this night arrives.
Okay.
All right, awesome.
Yeah, after you get through talking, it's encroaching 1 o'clock, and
That's bad.
around the corner you hear
Oh, it's only like
ka-chink, ka-chink, ka-chink,
scroll
ka-ching,
down.
and it's
It's gone again. Never mind.
Lord Zillion, followed by Gregory Zarl in tow.
I approach and I hail them from
As you
reasonable distance.
approach, Lord Zillion kind of like stands at the ready, not pulling a sword, but just like, basically telling you to slow your roll with his body posture.
I immediately stop. I would like to ask Mr. Zarl and you, fellow good sir, a few questions of the important nature, if you do not mind and have the time.
Alana, what are you doing?
I would be heading that way if I spotted them.
Yeah, you guys are all. I'm assuming you guys are all in one clump, unless you guys have specifically said you want to do something else. So yeah, he sees he sees you, and he remembers how you helped his daughter, and he says, we haven't yet ate, but come on in. I can snack on something while we have a discussion. And and
I follow.
he tells Lord Zillion to or Sir Zillion to hang out in the front. You guys go back to his study like last time.
Way out of coffee.
I asked him specifically, Gregory Zarl, good man, have you ever heard of lycanthropes and how it's contracted and any weaknesses they may have or where they might be encountered in this area? Have there been any sightings?
He says, well, I have read a book in the library called Moon Beast. But that's about all I know. I don't know much more. I especially don't have any first-hand knowledge, and I don't have any acquaintances that have spoken about it.
I don't know how he does that.
We are planning on heading south to Triangle Peak to investigate this notorious
He says,
area.
"Oh, I'm well aware."
Yes, and I know you are. I was just wondering if there's anything more that you or the town could do for us to aid in this very significant endeavor we are to embark on very soon.
I mean, to summarize, he just says that he's already offered one of his town's guard captains on the trek, and reiterates that they're out of healing potions and they have no magical assistance, and I mean they really can't do much else. Like they're like, I don't you weren't here in the last session, but this town is quickly approaching its last leg with the north trade route blocked, and less ships coming in with trade because that is blocked. So all they can do is basically bring stuff in for this city. It's not being moved up the coast. So, yeah.
I asked him, as kindly and politely as possible, is there anything that we can further do for him on our trip to the south that would aid the city in its stability or anything of that nature?
He just leans forward and he says, "Stop the spread of darkness."
I will do my best, good sir, as I'm sure my compatriots here will do the same. We head to the Temple of Umberly to speak with the priest, and then I'm sure after that we'll pick up our things and be off. Good day.
Anything else, anybody, Lana or Gerstrom or any of you guys want to say?
Nope.
I hope Strong Arm's a better fighter than those half-orcs.
And
indeed, they were easy picking.
he just chuckles as you guys leave, and for just a split second, and then you notice that he's very stern again. The situation is very, very dire. Can't spend much time.
I try to pull the knight aside on the way out, and I ask him basically the same questions just to see if there's any different response.
My God.
I mean, as far as you're asking about the werewolf,
lycanthropy, werewolves, Nectalos Force, Stringle Keep, things like that. If there's anything we could do for the city,
just to speed things up, he's not gonna have much to tell you regarding any of that stuff. He's never been in the forest besides his trip here, and he tells you that, and he says that he's fought man in wars and battles. He hasn't fought beasts such as the one you're discussing.
Fair enough.
Oh God, what am I looking at?
To fast forward, I make my way to the Temple of Umberly, unless anyone else has anything they want to do.
We have another 2 hours before our weapons are completed, right?
3 p.m. So yeah, about an hour and a half. It's probably about 1:30 now.
I can't use hyper.
To kind of speed things along, I don't know who wants to join me, but if I make my way to the priest, I'm going to ask them, being as if we did such a large favor for them and aided them with the whole cave and graveyard situation, and informed them of what was going on, if they would be willing to provide us some holy water in case we encounter any more undead or desecrated areas, or provide us with anything that could aid in combating that type of encounter.
So when you walk in, you see where's he at? Where is he at? Where do I see him? Man, here he is. See this gentleman? You walk up to him and you talk about this, and you were with them. You were with them yesterday whenever the whole ordeal happened, and he knows your face, and you're asking for holy water.
Holy water or some holy symbol or anything that would help combat desecrated ground or undead.
Okay.
Fair.
Yeah. I mean, he. I don't know how holy water blessed by priest of Umberly would be, but sure, he obliges you. He gives you several pouches of priest of Umberly blessed holy water.
Thank you, good day. And then I begin heading over to the dwarf. Hopefully he will be done soon with our the group's effects at least.
Okay, yeah. So you guys get back to the market. Your weapons look great to be so like quickly you know, whatever word you want to use. It's like there's a thin film of silver, laid over your edges or whatever parts of your weapons would collide or pierce an enemy. And while it has been melted some, you can definitely tell that with some use it would definitely eventually wear off. But yeah, he tells you, "Pleasure doing business with you." And
I look around to see if I see the globe anywhere.
see if you see it.
Yeah, the globe with the fish.
It's on a
Shelf behind him.
shelf in the back of a wooden portion of the his little stand, and looks like his most prized possession.
I do want to give him another handshake if possible. Very stern, hard one.
Anything else you'd like to do, Gerstrom?
No, I was just looking forward to see. That's all.
Yeah, it's there, doing its little swimmy thing in the fishbowl, just like it
did
always
another
has.
flip.
All right, so you go to shake his hand.
It's programmed to do that flip at exactly that time every time.
Thank you again. These look beautiful.
Okay, and you just reach out and shake his hand.
Yeah, like just. I mean, he doesn't know the etiquette of a handshake, so he's just.
So you're
hard as...
Okay. Well, I guess roll another athletics check.
There you go.
Tell me the dwarf damages slash with the handshake. He rolls a 4.
Wow.
When you do that, you can see him wince, and he's like, "Aye, what are you trying?" He grabs his hand and he looks at you kind of confused.
Observed among your race is the custom of clenching each other's hands, usually done during business transactions or even friendships.
While Slash is rambling on, the dwarf looks at the rest of you guys like, you know, like for input. Like, what should he like? Is this, like what the hell?
Never mind, I will be on my way, and I just pat him on the head.
All right. So, yeah, I mean, you probably destroyed your reputation with the weaponsmith, but
We're doing a great job today, I gotta
Great
say.
job.
I begin bowing and apologizing and trying to interject and trying to curb this as much as possible. Apologizing to this dwarf gentleman who was so kind to assist
sure.
us.
Roll a persuasion check, Eldrick.
He's a prototype. He doesn't understand a lot.
Noted. All right, what you guys want
With
to do
the
now?
natural 20 persuasion.
Very nice. We're gonna go to the forest. It's time to go to the forest.
Do we want to rest? Just say we rest at least before we head out. Head out in the morning with the guard
No.
captain, or do we want to go under like it's getting dark time soon?
Well,
I
We're going to
remind
the
everyone
forest.
that I have to go pick up my shirt, and I head that way.
Should have probably gotten strong arm before we left.
it's 3:30 now.
Shit.
Yeah, by the time we get there, it's gonna be dark.
It's a 30-minute walk, and I'm gonna run.
There's no issues, Gerstrom. You're able to pick up your shirt, and the transaction is very smooth, and you're very pleased with the work.
Can you add the chain shirt to my inventory, please? I can't.
Yeah, I can. Give me just a minute. All right, what are you guys doing?
I'm voting for a long rest before we set out, but apparently that's not what everyone else wants.
I
I'm
have
fine
a long
with that.
rest.
I mean, if it makes sense with our internal clocks, I'm fine to do a long rest.
If it's
Slash
only
doesn't have one, but
3
that's
in the
idea.
afternoon, I'm not gonna just do nothing for several hours.
Well, we can camp on the outside or inside the forest, but it sounds like not be the wisest thing to do. But I'm down for
What is the reason of going at night?
there is
Are
no
we
reason
gonna
to go
Take
at
care
night.
of this gnome issue.
Let's go kill that gnome.
That's the whole reason is that we're going right is to track down the gnome.
Which would be easier to do during the day,
It is the day.
as in today, as in right now.
I think the longer we wait, the more likely it is we never find him. I say we go now, if we go at all.
All right, so I get my things ready as they're saying they're headed out, and I try to go get that dwarf real quick. Let them know we're headed out, and I tried to meet these guys at the Fishbone Tavern, basically as like a troop of adventurers heading out on this journey to find and slay this.
We
gnome.
weren't gonna take the dwarf there, were we? We were gonna be going north with him. I don't remember exactly.
No, I was under the impression he was going to Single Keep with us.
Okay.
And with that, while everyone else does what they want to do and gets us moving, I'm going to be following Valana. I have to take my dog out real fast because he's being pestering right now. Be right back.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Did you guys all read the travel rules that I put in row 20 for you to read?
Yep.
Yep.
Yes, I am not reading them right now.
Did you so we are going south.
It was put in a period of
Yes.
time. A fast pace makes catch less perceptive, while a slow pace makes it possible to sneak around. Oh.
I don't know if you're muted or not, Sean.
Oh, I'm
but I
reading
didn't
out loud. I'm sorry.
Okay, you're fine. Yeah, I mean, you guys are definitely going south. It was evident the entire time. That was where
Okay, yeah.
we were most needed at the moment.
Because we
Um,
have a couple months before the time.
And it was
crazy.
specified that, like, there was nothing south but this keep, right?
Well, there's miles and miles of ripe for hunting, and probably there's probably some ponds or lakes for fishing, maybe a river. I mean, nothing
This one-
nothing that you know of that's any importance besides the very end of the path is the Trinkle Keep. It was meant to be the initial settlement of this land, but instead Port Zar was created because the keep was
Per hour day.
obliterated by.
Was there any information on the distance to the keep from you?
No, just that the hunters didn't go any farther than 10 miles in that direction.
Okay.
So you could guess if you go farther than 10 miles, probably getting pretty close to the keep.
And that would be about 3 hours if we're at a fast pace.
Or a little.
Yeah, I mean, if
under
you
12.
if you want to travel at a fast pace through
Not 12,
unknown woods,
Four.
sure.
4 hours.
No, I'm
Yeah,
just
gonna
like,
go normal speed. Yeah. Take us 4 hours. Less than.
so it'll be dark. Or getting dark. Depending on the time of year, I guess.
Luckily, you all have dark vision
Whoa, whoa.
for Eldrick.
Was that a wolf?
Yes. I'm Path of the Wolf now.
So yeah, you guys go grab Captain Strongarm, and he begrudgingly follows you. Like, why me? Like, he wishes he could just do his normal shit and eat some soup and go home to his wife and not have to fucking possibly go die in the damn fucking woods to the south just because his fucking boss told him to. But he follows nonetheless.
I gotta say, with a name like Strongarm, I really expected more of this guy. He's a little bitch.
I bet Swift Arrow would have been super down for this.
I just wanted someone to be up front with me, man. Okay? I didn't know Slash was gonna be back. I need some help.
So, yeah, as you guys are leaving, entering the forest, Strong Arm's like, I hope my boy John, okay. He's only 2. He just kind of looks like he bows his head and says a little prayer, and he's on with you guys.
How much trouble could a 2-year-old get into?
Well, I think he's more referring to the fact that
He'd be
if he
attacked.
dies,
Oh, yeah.
if he dies, his son will be fatherless. But
Don't worry,
Yeah.
we have your back.
Is this
Saddened
keep...
by this information, I turned to him and asked if he'd rather just stay. That I don't.
he tells you he can't.
I-
He has to follow orders.
You were meant to join us in our travels north. This is not part of the arrangement. That said,
I thought it was South.
what
Shore.
is it
Oh.
about this keep that's so dangerous that even you were afraid to tread?
He says, I've never been to the keep, but these woods can be very treacherous.
Adventure! Let's go.
Let's go into the
Enjoy.
woods at night with lycanthropes running around.
Afternoon. It'll be night soon enough.
Very soon.
And
exactly.
we have silver weapons.
Okay.
All right, so you guys are ready to leave.
Great.
Give
Towards
me an
all.
alternative to do in this extra time, and we'll do it.
We say we go enjoy a
Boring.
nice dinner and we go to sleep and we leave early in the morning. That's what
Ooh.
we do.
You could go shopping.
You guys are already.
Oh,
In
we're
this
already
downtime, I put my other clothes back on.
We're already walking out the
Following.
gates, man.
You guys have already decided. You're already on your way.
Yeah, we're doing it.
I
But I'm
warned
not
you
wearing
all.
my fancy ass clothes in that forest.
All right, so. Let's go ahead and move on. Next
Yes.
chapter of our adventure, right?
Hell yeah.
Sir.
I
Finally,
constantly have my owl flying overhead, scout
Alright.
at least 100 yards in front of me, or 75 or 50.
Okay. Sounds good. What were you saying, Zach?
don't remember. I too am keeping my eyes open, though.
All right.
Makes it easy
So,
to see.
as
when you're
you
walking.
guys, you
We're
know,
walking with eyes
as
closed.
you all set out for uncertainty, leaving Fort Zarl, and the Bannisters' farmland behind. This path is surprisingly well traveled, at least more so than you expected. You gather that at least for a bit, the southern Nectilus forest, hunters and woodsmen utilize this portion of it. The trail is crowded by trees of all kinds and sizes, ranging from saplings to those that reach over 50 feet. While you're obviously in a forest, you don't feel suffocated by foliage, and the trees are sparse enough to see some 150 feet into the greenery on all sides. And this is kind of how the path looks. So you're kind of aware.
It's so pretty.
Nice.
It's beautiful.
Okay, so you guys are traveling at what speed now?
Normal.
No,
Normal speed. Yeah.
All right. How are you traveling? What's your setup?
I'm
Like
walking in front.
the order? You mean like the marching order?
Yes.
I mean, I guess I'd be somewhere near the front. Actually, no. Scratch. I'll be 3 or 4 back from
I'll
the
lead
front.
the charge.
I'll be closer to the front.
I'm behind Slash. I kindly asked
Okay.
Russ Army to lead us.
Let me make this easier. Let me have somebody put in chat 1 through 5. Where everybody's at. One person,
Oh,
or at
one
least-
person.
or at least no overlapping numbers.
Gersham's just tinkering in the back. It's perfect.
And the I assume the other guy is in the back as well. With
Oh.
you.
My bad, didn't mean to link that.
He's in the middle. He's right behind Slash, actually. Captain Stromarm is.
Well, I kindly lean over to speaking to Blana's ear and explain to her how seeing through my familiar's eyes works, and asked her if she'd kind of watch out for me, walk beside me, and keep me from running into anything or tripping or running over anyone, falling in a hole, that type of thing, as I'm basically viewing through his eyes remotely. Because I have him flying anywhere from 50 to 100 feet ahead of us, looking for danger.
That costs an action
Sure.
to do that, right?
I'll be behind him, watching his every move.
So where are you at, Valana?
As an action.
Behind,
you can see where
Eldrick.
those are.
Behind me now.
So instead of being number 2, you're number
4.
It's Rezar slash the NPC, me, Balana, and Gearstra.
Perfect.
All right. Yeah, you guys are at a normal pace, you said?
Correct.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
In a flying V formation.
Okay, so, yeah, I mean, these woods look pretty normal. As you're walking, this is the first time you've had a chance to really just like, especially you, Rezar, just like feel, one with nature again. Like, you've been
Yes.
in a
I read it.
shitty
As an
situation
action, you
for
can
a
see
long
through each
time,
other's eyes.
and
Till the start your next turn.
all of you, that boat ride was pretty fucking horrible, and you've been doing shit nonstop, running around with your heads cut off for the last 2 days. So I mean, while you're definitely alert, it is very easy for your mind to wander and for you to relax a little bit. Just hearing nature alive around you. Okay. So this path, it's fairly worn. It's not bad at all. You guys can definitely see the same set of tracks. Rezar, you don't need to roll survival. They're obvious. It's literally the only set of horse tracks through here that is moving at a gallop. Um, and you guys might, mm, yeah, you guys roll a straight up intelligence attribute check.
Yay! That's so fucking
Anybody that
annoying.
wants to.
Yep. This will go well.
I love me. That 20
So,
points!
Wow.
between the three of you, between the four of you, you all kind of like, talk a little bit and just like, you're all kind of like wondering,
No more beers,
like,
sadly.
is it really like needed for, this horse to be running at full speed down this path? What's the purpose? Like, I mean, it kind of confounds you a little bit. So yeah, you guys are moving along. Path curves here and there. Some areas have openings in the canopy, letting in lots of light. Other areas, you're just walking in shadow because the canopy is pretty thick. So you come to an area like a bend in the road, and Rezar, when you go around the corner, you're the first one to see a little tiny creature in front of you, all harmless looking. This is what you see.
Uh-oh. I don't like harmless. Harmless is scary.
If I can find it, there it is. What do you do?
So it's an
Oh
animal,
my
right?
god, it's terrifying.
It's so fucking cute. You shut up.
Doesn't have any teeth for your necklace.
So I have no interest. It's an animal, clearly. So I'm gonna use.
By now, everyone's rounded the corner, and can see this small
Aww.
He
creature.
has little fucking.
Did I see it through my owl's eyes? And if so, do I know anything about
What is that creature? Detecting a 4% chance of attack.
About this time, and Eldrick, your owl didn't warn you about this creature because it didn't see this as a threat. About this time, you guys hear this
Uh-oh.
coming
It's a mama
from
bear.
the wooded edge, out of sight.
It's a bear.
Great.
Oh boy.
And
Don't you dare say roll for initiative.
you look over, startled, and a very large, bear-looking creature with a beak is barreling in your direction as it's yelling. What do you do?
How much time do I have?
I yell out to step away or run away from as far as we possibly can before it makes contact or intercepts us from that small little whatever that was, because my character doesn't know, I guess.
I step back, but I try to keep myself in between the creature and the rest of my party.
I cast fog cloud.
You son of a fucking cunt.
I don't even have fog cloud.
I know, but still. I'm traumatized, that's the word.
I just want to like not get hit by this thing.
I try to see if they comply and what happens if they do.
I'm gonna step back and try to use speak with animals to talk to the mama bear.
Okay, so as you're doing this, during your 10-minute casting time,
Yeah, I
about
know.
the first 3 seconds, this owlbear, with you being closest to its cub, you don't notice the owlbear. It's out of character. Just barrels right towards you, Rezar. Everybody roll initiative.
God
Oh,
fucking
damn it.
We have no tokens or anything. So
And okay, yeah. So hold on for the
My
initiative for a
bad.
second.
I'm glad.
Let me set this up for you guys.
I rolled a fucking 3. I always roll last, and I'm in the
Man, I
front
can't
of the
believe we're
fucking
actually
group.
in an encounter. Holy shit!
there was fisting
And fingering and cock
and finger.
grabbing.
So it was all just like a sexual encounter this session.
All right.
I uppercutted a half orc.
Knock the fuck out of someone with my robot
Where are we?
fist. It was great. Well, I'm scared.
Let me zoom in a little bit then.
All right. Let me make this viewable for you guys.
No, it's in the center.
And don't touch your characters quite yet, because you all are in a slightly different position.
Okay. I guess we're gonna have to
You
fucking
all
kill
are
the thing.
right here. Okay, now move to how you said you would move. Don't cheat. Distance.
Whereabouts is the creature located, Tyler?
It's like right here. The little small creature is like right about here, and this owlbear has let me bring it up.
So I imagine I'm right about here, and I just
This
take a step
owlbear has barreled in, jumping down off this 5-foot cliff.
Alright.
Oof! It's standing right here.
So imagine Slash. I mean, he stepped back. He was gonna run, staying in between the bear and everyone else.
And okay, now
Initiative.
Remember to
yeah.
target your token.
Let me. Oh my god, I've fucked this up again.
Terrible initiative roll. 21.14.
Is it okay for me to move there?
I will. This one's on top. Hold on just a second. Nobody move or do anything yet.
Okay.
I'm just saying I did yell to run away. So I don't know.
Okay, so Gearstrom is at.
Just wanted to talk to an animal.
7.
Just speak with animals and then calm it down.
Hold Wanna... Okay. Let me do the owlbears. Shit.
B roll. B low roll, please. Let me roll before you.
And then we'll rock and roll.
Oh, we also need a token for...
NPC's not on the map either.
Yeah.
Okay.
I get to go before the owlbear.
Thankfully, it ruled dog shit as well.
And let me bring
Strong arm!
strong arm up.
Left side! Strong side! Left side! Strong side! Sorry. Football movie. It's ingrained
I
deeply.
guess he's probably right about there.
Hey, look, it's Valana's penis. He gets to go first, man. He's gonna die! Oh no, Valana gets to go
God,
first.
you guys rolled horrible. Holy
Yeah, we
shit.
did.
I'm just happy. It's higher than I've been rolling, okay? It's
Alright.
something.
So, Valana, you see this, extremely large, bear-like creature barrel, like, I mean, not even stopping, just like a train, like jumping off a 5-foot embankment and landing right in front of Rezar. What do you do?
It looks like an aggressive animal trying to protect its young, right? Like,
It's also attempting to kill
I
one
mean,
of your potential friends. Right?
like, you have like a split second to react. Like, you're not gonna have, you're not gonna be able to
Decide the morality of
just do whatever your character would do.
I'm gonna try to scare it off by shooting at it.
Okay.
Hey, Jeremy.
Yeah,
Not
the
Jeremy.
child
Tyler.
rode at the bomb.
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
Tyler, quick question for you.
Yes, sir.
Is there any way you can go into your settings? Apparently, there's a way that if you hit something on your settings and send me a code from my iPad, I'll be able to see the actual board.
Oh, I have no idea, man. No freaking clue.
All right, man.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good.
It sucks.
You
I
need to
will
roll
So
though for
bad.
your initiative here.
I will research it though.
Thanks. No, I rolled. I have a 7, I think.
Okay.
Gearstrom rolled a 7, so and he wasn't.
Okay, so Valana, you shoot. You you startled. Like I mean, you kind of know what's going on, maybe, but you kind of don't, and you don't want anybody that you know to get hurt, and you instinctively pull your crossbow, and kind of almost at your hip, you release the bolt, and it goes flying toward this large creature, and stabs right here in the embankment beside it.
Damn. So a 12 isn't high
Okay.
enough to hit it.
Should I do anything else?
Nope.
Okay.
Strong arm!
Captain Strongarm, pulling his sword, he's just like, all right, let's do this. Runs 5, 10, 15, 20. Make sure you can move. Yes. 25 feet up. And he's going to swing his greatsword. Small greatsword, but greatsword nonetheless. At this owlbear.
The 13 hit.
Sword comes down and
Damn.
finds purchase, as some people would say, in the front left shoulder of this owlbear. You see it cut into this feathery, like hairy hide, and the owlbear looks at him and lets out a screech, like you heard before, and that's his turn. Rezar.
I'm going to rage.
Okay.
And as I
Red
do,
camera.
yeah, purple headband. My skin thickens almost to stone, and I get goosebumps along my body. And from those bumps, I have like tufts of fur growing out of it. Yeah, motherfucker's a bear.
All
What's
right.
up?
Jesus.
And I'm going to attack recklessly with my maul.
All right. Do your thing.
Glad I did.
You hit with your maul. Roll damage.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. So
That's some fucking damage right there.
Now that's a lot of damage!
you want to describe
Yes, I
how
do.
you swing?
I'm going to spin around and swing in an upward motion like an uppercut because I still feel inspired. I'm gonna try to uppercut the thing with a maul.
Yeah. So somehow from your position, you're able to get underneath this thing's head as it's turning around to look at strong arm, and being distracted, it doesn't notice the maul coming from underneath its chin as it collides with its throat area, and as it's yelling at him, like making a screeching sound, and your maul collides with it, just like and kind of buckles in pain. What else would you like to do?
Nothing. I'm good right now. Oh, nothing. I'm good right now. I forgot I was muted. My bad.
Okay. Eldrick.
Seeing that this being is already aged and that peaceful resolution of this beast is no longer an option, first of all, I want to roll perception to see if I notice this hair popping out of Rezar.
Sure. Gonna be a hard check. Okay.
Nope.
No, you don't notice it.
What to do? I'm not level 3 yet, so that shit down there would never have taken place. So
Firebolt.
I don't want to do that because that's gonna piss people off.
Fog cloud. Woo!
I'm going to cast Firebolt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, do my
Burn the
hand
bitch.
up like this.
Or might need to sidestep
Flashes in the wind. And do the runes in the sky. I'm gonna pull out. Some sulfur, and I'm going to
I was really hoping
Ignatius Evoking. Point my finger out at the owlbear, and ball of like fire energy is going to shoot across the sky and arc over between the two combatants there next to it and slam right down on its back, hopefully.
Spirit gun.
Okay.
Sorry, 1 second. And I'm
All right. With both Slash and Gearstrom, mostly Slash, standing directly in front of you, you have almost zero line of sight to this creature. As this spell comes out of your hand, you realize you probably before you started invoking this incantation, and the fireball shoots up, arcing just above Slash's shoulder.
Damn.
Would you like to do anything else?
I am going to take a step here.
Where's the owlbear child or baby at?
Right here-ish.
Okay.
Okay, Gearstrom.
I am going to walk away from the owlbear.
Can you see the map first of all, just so I know? If
I
you can see.
cannot now.
Okay, so right now you're about 15 feet from the actual owlbear.
I'm going to move 25 feet away from it, backing up,
Okay.
and then I'm going to take a shot with my short bow. Which misses miserably.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to give combat inspiration to Slash.
Oh, I see how it is.
Nice.
Fuck me, right?
Okay. So, how you do this? How do you inspire Slash?
Um,
When attack rolls
I
made
pull
against
out
creature.
my flute and I start to play a tune of actually like a pretty hardcore Metallica tune with my flute.
Okay. So, Slash, you hear this rhythmic yet
Master of puppets on flute.
I'm just imagining Enter Sandman on a recorder now.
I was actually thinking of that Percocet song.
you hear this rhythmic yet chaotic melody from behind you, and strangely, you feel a rush of energy. You feel inspired, and so remember that. Your turn.
Awesome.
Gerstrom, your arrow, yeah, it flies errant, hitting the trees and brush around this area. That's your turn.
I keep in mind where it lands to see if I can possibly find it later.
Okay. All right. The owlbear, suffering a wound to his left shoulder and a maul to its throat area, rears up on its hind legs, coming down first at
Me.
Captain
No.
Strongarm,
Leave the strong man alone.
the enemy he was already moving to attack before being hit in the throat.
This force up. Does that beat?
Ooh.
Chop his damn head off.
Damn!
Captain Strongarm
Grab my
takes
strong hand.
11 damage.
That's like half his health.
As he comes down, he snaps at Captain Strongarm's chest, grabbing a large chunk of his pectoral muscle, just ripping it off.
Ouch.
As his head pulls the meat away, he immediately comes in with a slash of his paw.
Going for the multi-attack claw. Oh,
That does not hit.
hope that doesn't hit. Okay, good.
As he pulls the meat away from his beak, Captain Strongarm barrels over in pain, ducking down. Miraculously, the claw flies above his head, missing.
Oh, you were
Strong
attacking
arm.
him. My bad. Twice. Poor man.
And
That's my bad. I thought he was attacking me.
the owlbear just gobbles the meat into his mouth, to his gullet.
Healing himself
Slash.
for 4 damage.
Slash is just initiating protection protocol. Stand back, Valana. I will protect you. And he runs in. And he's going to attack this. Is it flanked right now? Considered flanked?
Well, where were you at? You were here?
I was. Yeah, I was right in this square.
Yeah, you can definitely move there. If you want to flank it, you'll have to be one more space over. Let me see.
Well, that's my movement, so I was just. That's as far as I can go, I think.
Yeah, it is.
Actually,
It is as far as you can go.
yeah. So I'm just
so
gonna.
you're not quite flanking.
That fuck. Can I? How do I use that? I think.
Weapon damage roll.
Can I add that inspiration to my attack roll or no? I don't know how that works.
It's the same as normal inspiration. You can just also add it to damage.
Well, I don't think it's gonna matter. I think that's a miss. So that's my.
It says when
Okay.
attack rolls made, you could add it to the uses
I
reaction.
mean, it is a D6, isn't it?
Is it a D6 or is it a D4?
It's a D6.
It's a
It's
D6.
a D6.
I'll roll it.
My boy wants to do damage.
So that would make it a 13.
All right, so
It hits, baby.
swinging, the owlbear moves,
Oh, it
and
doesn't. Fuck.
you feel like
What did I
you're
do?
going to miss,
I rolled
but your reach extends a little bit farther than you thought you could, and somehow you strike its rib cage area. Roll damage.
15 damage, boys.
Woo-hoo! That uppercut coming in a clutch. Jesus.
All right, so yeah, you when you cleave across his rib cage, piercing through the outer tough flesh and hide down into the muscle, you can actually see an area too where its bone is now exposed
Nice.
as it roars in pain.
That's my turn.
Alana.
I'm going
I
to
want to give its baby back.
instinctively reach into my bag and just grab the amulet, and then I mutter some
Incantation. Some words.
unknown words. I just say Fadaika and draw some junk and hex it.
Okay, what else would you like to do?
Yes, I draw a penis in the air. After that, I'm going to shoot it once more.
Better hit, dude.
Which what are you choosing to hex?
Strength.
Strength. Okay.
Really?
Unfortunately.
So
That's my turn. That was fun.
So you utter these words, and you feel that this owlbear is affected, but it's not showing any immediate signs. But you know, in your heart and mind, that it has been hexed. As you let loose this arrow or this crossbow bolt, and it again hits the embankment right beside the owlbear.
There's some weird gravity shit going on, man.
Captain Strongarm, with his right pectoral muscle basically missing, some bone exposed from his chest, takes his great sword, pops over in his other hand, using it, putting his hand kind of at the bottom, swings left-handed at this beast.
And fucking okay. Hits. Yep.
Hitting it for 7 more damage as he hits lower down on the shoulder, close to the joint of the arm, almost causing the owlbear to buckle,
9765.
but it remains standing. And he yells, "Damn it! How dare you take out my..." And he's like rubbing his chest with his other arm.
Rubbing that nipple.
Rezar.
Took his nipple right off, man.
I am going to attack recklessly again. And I'm gonna kill this thing.
All right, go for it.
That's a resurrect guarantee.
Oh, great.
Jeez.
All right, roll damage.
29 damage.
That was a Resurrect guarantee.
All right,
Plus
Resurrect.
2 because he's raging.
How does this hit look?
I'm gonna spin in the opposite direction and come down from above, like a pirouette of pure badassness.
Hell yes.
Okay,
No,
so
2 is counting in range.
so rearing back from the strike at his left joint, the owlbear is kind of shaking a little bit, kind of unstable, as you bring your great maul down right on top of its head, smashing its head into the dirt
It's dead. Like, there's no way it's alive.
several inches. Just it creates a cloud as the momentum from the great maul meets the resistance of this thing's skull, and you definitely hear a and its head comes up after your maul moves, and it's
It's still
shaking like
alive!
this, swaying.
I just hit it for 29 damage. It's still alive.
Eldritch.
Holy fuck.
Feeling sorry for this beast and
Swear to
it
God. If he kills it again.
offspring, not having the heart to finish it off. I
Play
do
it to sleep.
something that my character can cope with a bit better. I tried to make it look like use minor illusion. I guess minor illusion. Try to make it look like there is a large snake trying to devour its young over in this direction,
Yes.
trying
yes.
to distract it.
Much better than killing it. Make it fear even more.
So basically, like, as big as I can put in this 5-foot area, like a big giant anaconda, python-looking thing is coming out of a tree, whatever. Like it's gonna like
So
boil up.
you're basically letting it see that its offspring is about to be devoured by a snake.
Well,
But you're trying to
I'm
be merciful?
trying to make it run over here on its turn to intercede that basically, and
Okay.
invoke an attack.
I mean-
Two free attack up opportunities from behind is my logic or strategy here.
All right. I mean, it's
You
very,
play how
very
you want.
cruel,
Technically
but
shrouded. Cool.
go ahead.
Quickly, your baby is being eaten.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
There's some
So I'm
serious
gonna
mental
do.
gymnastics. I love it.
Hold on.
I love it, dude.
All right. So you want that?
I feel bad. You think we're
It's okay.
attacking your child. I don't want to kill you, so instead I'm going to attack your child with an illusion. Motherfucking snoop.
So, right about there-ish.
That's a beautiful snake.
Looks like the
I'm gonna say I'm gonna do my normal little thing, and I'm going to say, "Meine Forza in der Amorum impetus executio."
Except there's not even a verbal component.
Yeah,
And you do.
I pull out a bit of fleece and
Yeah, you do all that, and the bear cannot see this because
never mind.
it's literally
dying.
its head is pretty much split open, and it probably can't see anything at the moment. But you definitely do this.
I tried.
There's definitely some evil, fucked up shit that I'm on
And-
board with. Fuck that.
And Gearstrom, it's your turn. Roll damage. Gearstrom, your bolt or your arrow flies true right through Valana and Eldrick and Rezar and Strongarm, hitting this thing behind its eye near its ear, and it drops to the ground lifeless.
Yes!
Killing blow, grats, man.
Happens. The little owlbear, just, I mean, this happened in like 10 seconds, very quickly. He's just now had time to realize what's going on and process it, He runs over to his mother.
Can I speak with animals now?
Sure.
I feel like a dickhead now.
Yeah, of course you do. I didn't want to kill it, but I mean, it
Well, I
attacked
was
me.
gonna die. Fuck that thing.
Exactly. I'm going. We just said time passed.
Yeah, sure. It's been 10 minutes as you guys sit here. Well, actually, at 5 minutes from this small owlbear whining and screaming and crying, you hear off
Papa
the distant
Bear!
woods, probably, I don't know, 300 feet
That's-
away. 300
Let's
feet
make sure it's an orphan. On your guard.
That's
So
wow.
fucked up. I love it.
I was gonna say that's Owlbear for y'all done fucked up.
So what do you?
How far? What's the distance on the
You
the
don't.
roll?
Nobody sure what distance is. Everybody heard it, and all you can do is guesstimate that it's probably close to a minute away.
Fuck.
Probably
it is a
get
minute.
out of here.
I cast Mage Armor.
I'm following Valana wherever she's going.
I'm going to continue trying to talk to this damn thing. I want to use speak with animals. Damn it.
I'm standing over here by Valana.
Thanks for all the help.
Rezar,
All right.
what are you doing? Can
So
I try to
Rezar-
recover those bolts?
Rezar is sitting here, doing his thing, trying to activate his speak with animals. You guys are, I mean, you guys are all getting ready. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I guess.
Which direction did it sound like it was coming from?
North.
off that way.
Yeah, I want to try to get up on this area here. It's like
Go for
a
it.
raised
Good
platform.
idea.
Right?
Saying I want to get elevation if possible.
Yeah, I want to like hide behind that tree if I can. And I'll even
Okay.
roll stealth. Poorly.
Strong
Hey,
arm.
Damn.
On your guard. Do not use your strong arm.
What
All
does
right.
arm do?
Next to my snake illusion with Mage.
About this time,
Attach one to the
a second owlbear bounds through the woods, appearing. I'm just gonna use. Let's see, I can just copy this. Fix this out. So many windows.
All I wanted to do.
And
Go
appears
out
almost
Oh.
in the exact same space you guys first saw the other owlbear. Just yeah, barreling out of the woods to see what's going on, and the first thing it sees is another owlbear. You guys don't know if they have any relationship with one another or anything.
Oh, they fuck.
And then it sees the young owlbear, and it barrels down and gets right about here. And I mean, did you guys ready in action to do anything? If it came out of the woods, I didn't hear anybody ready in action.
I
Still
did.
trying to talk to this little owlbear. Owlbear.
I figured that all I had time to do was cast Mage Armor and get up to where I'm at.
Okay.
How long into his ritual is he at this
6
point?
fucking minutes.
Six-
I'm so
six-
pissed. Why couldn't you have rolled a 9?
He's 6 minutes in. All right. Again,
Oh my god.
About
New
fucking
initiative?
time. New initiative. About fucking time I get a high roll.
Naturally.
This music's very pretty. What is it? Wrong.
all right.
25. 40. Go back to normal.
All right. As you see this menacing owlbear, just as large as the first, barrel through, you guys think, man, maybe we should moved on, but it's too late now.
I'm not leaving Rezar behind, man. We already fought and won together. So,
Rezar.
Well, I'm going to re-rage.
All right.
Another one. I'm going to move,
All right.
and I'm going to attack recklessly.
All right.
Whoa. Unexpected moves.
I know. All I wanted to do was have a little pet owlbear, but no!
Previously, Owlbear was going, "Mommy, no!"
Okay, so yeah, this owlbear comes in. You meet it, and
I don't hit.
maybe you're distracted, maybe you're pissed off, maybe you've lost concentration because you your ritual, speak with animals, and maybe it affects your concentration. Whatever the case may be, you swing your maul and only find air. Would I do anything else?
No. I'm staying here.
All right, Eldrick.
I'm going to cast Grease. 1 second.
No sleep this time.
All right. Where would you like to cast it? I'm assuming just in the owlbear square, which is 10.
Yes, exactly. Okay. I'm going to do Ende Enamorum and Petus Exatior Unto the Terrapant, and then point in that direction, and a big blob materializes, manifests, and flies in that direction.
All right.
let's do this, Rezar.
Uppercuts incoming.
All right.
Yeah, let's go
What I need to do,
unarmed.
Jeremy?
Yeah, that's
What
not
I-
gonna work.
I need to roll a total.
Nope.
Dexterity save, right?
Yes, Dex throw. Dex against 13, I think, so DC.
All right. So you cast this grease puddle. It appears underneath this beast's feet, but because of its sheer the size of its paws and its weight, digging into the dirt, it does not fall. It does not fall prone. It does not.
Unfortunate.
Barely even notices this puddle of grease. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Slash.
Alright, I'm gonna run back in. And
All
attack
right.
it.
Yeah, boy.
Definitely hit.
13 damage.
All right.
It does so much damage, dude.
Yeah. You want to describe your swing?
Yeah, I'm going for the back legs. I'm just trying to chop his ankle off, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely hit his ankle area and knock his leg while cutting into it. Also, knock it off from underneath him for a split second. As it stumbles, it catches itself again, and you definitely bit into the bone and or tendon in that area with your blade.
All right.
Did I do anything else?
No.
I am realizing that strong arm is not initiative.
Oh,
Oh, you are right. Good catch.
Sorry, I catch it sooner.
It is Valana's turn. Valana.
As my bonus action, I'm going to transfer the hex to this new owlbear. And then also shoot it, and hopefully not miss.
get some hex damage going here, bro. 5. Oh, wow. Nope.
I genuinely, truly hate this video game.
steps to pay respects.
I'm so fucking pissed.
All right. So yeah, I mean, your hex lands,
fun.
but your crossbow bolt does not. Flies over the head. You know, hitting a bird's nest somewhere in the trees, and you hear Earstrom.
Hit something.
You call more owlbears by missing.
By the way, this small owlbear is still screaming at the top of his lungs, crying.
How far away am I from
We
the
are horrible
owlbear?
people.
The baby?
You are.
45 feet.
Let me. About 40 feet.
Now, did you see that before the huge owlbear showed up, I had cast invisibility on myself?
Yeah, he did get that in the chat before. He didn't even say
Yep.
it. But...
Okay.
So I slowly and quietly walk up towards the owlbear, the baby owlbear, and try to. I guess I can't do an action, but I'll get up to it, and then on my next turn, I'm going to try to pick it up and run away with it, holding its beak closed.
With your mechanical hand,
It is.
right?
It is small enough. I'll say between the remainder of your turn, you can kind of treat this as like interaction with an object. If you want to reach down this turn to pick it up or attempt to pick it up, you can.
Yeah, I don't know if I have the strength, but I'm going to try to pick it up, like in a bear hug,
Yeah, it's very small. It's
and try to
Probably-
quiet it down.
yeah, it's like it's basically an infant, like a newborn. So yeah, you definitely pick it up, but that's all. That's your turn ends with you getting it up to your chest level.
Do you still have jerky?
Now, does it become affected by my invisibility spell or no?
No, that's only if it was. I don't even know if it would have been if you were holding it, but it's whatever you're holding and whatever's on you when you cast it.
Okay. That's it for
All right, so let me move you to the appropriate spot. When I move you, I'll say you're right there. All right. All right. Hefty amount. The guard captain barrels over this owlbear and provides a flanking bonus
Yes.
against this creature as he just swings with all his might, fighting
hit.
for his life,
And misses.
missing.
With the bonus, though, doesn't that hit?
Oh, yeah, you're right. It
Oh,
does.
thank God. Thank you, Josh.
Just does. Good call.
Right.
So it has a -2 to AC or -1?
It's a -2.
I didn't roll damage. That's another attack.
You're right. I hit the wrong button. Let me do that. Okay. So, yeah. He hits him pretty damn hard. Striking for 8 damage. As he is just desperately trying to get out of the situation. This unfortunate situation. It is now the owlbear's turn.
Oh, boy.
As it has been struck on 2 sides,
Go to slash.
it
Oh,
chooses
Oh, he's doing a die roll.
to turn to strong arm.
Oh, man.
Star first one.
Better the NPCs than us, I guess, huh?
And yeah.
That's
That NPC's got a kid, dude. Don't be
I
such
know.
a dick.
So it swings around and
I'll give it a pet owlbear.
first swipes his claw toward strong arm's direction.
good luck, buddy. I'm pulling for you.
That's a big
Just making contact with strong arm.
He's dead!
Rip.
Fuck!
13 damage.
He's unconscious.
Guard Captain's strong arm is mauled by this huge claw, knocking into his shoulder. Looks like it breaks his arm as it smashes him, and he flies into this 5-foot embankment, sliding down it into a small pile.
Rip.
Then the owlbear spins around, biting at Slash.
Not me?
Oh boy.
I haven't hit it. I guess that's fair. Missing.
And missing.
Yes.
So it gnashes at you, Slash, and whether it be your natural armor or your reflexes, you are able to evade.
Doesn't it
Nice.
have advantage because he attacked recklessly?
That's me.
That's Rezar, not Slash.
I'm going to attack restlessly again. Yep, that's the word.
Let's do it restlessly.
There you go.
That's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Yes.
All right. You want to describe your hit?
I'm gonna get a little creative here. I'm gonna take it like a pool cue and try to tap it straight in the forehead.
All right. You hold your weapon like a pool cue, and you jab it. You don't hit him in the head. You hit him in like the shoulder area, right on a pressure point apparently, because it seems to really, really hurt as it screams out, looking at you. Eldrick.
Oh, that owlbear was supposed to make it on the end of its turn.
I was
Sorry.
just thinking of that. I just
Yeah,
thought
it
about
did
that.
a junior, so it has to do another dex save.
All right. Let's just keep moving for now.
Next round.
Seeing no better option at the moment, I cast Firebolt again. Same thing as before.
Okay.
Spirit gun.
Miss.
Yeah. The bolt flies
It's another seven.
over its head, setting a sapling on fire over at the forest edge. It is now
Only
burning.
you can prevent forest fires.
Slash.
Alright, we'll sidestep right here. Does that put me at flanking right here, where I am?
Yes, you are flanking with
Rizar?
Rezar, right?
Alright.
Looks
Going
like
for
to
another
me.
attack. Massive leaping cleave across the back.
Yeah, you definitely cleave, and
6 total damage. That was not
You
as
did
Yeah.
more last time. That
you
sucks.
you cleave, and the sword kind of, it feels like it hits one of its vertebrae, maybe chips it, and then bounces and skids across the rest of his back, taking small chunks of flesh with it. But nonetheless, this owlbear is just like screeching and like reaching out like in pain and anger, and just looks
Alright.
perturbed as it doesn't really know what to do now. Alana.
I won't look pleased until it's dead.
I'm getting pissed, and I look at this thing with a rage, and I'm cursing it with my Hexblade's curse. And then I have a thing to add. And I'm shooting it again!
You might be better off throwing the crossbow at it. Just
You
kidding.
hit. Roll damage.
Is that 19?
And all that counts, right?
Yep.
Yep. 19 damage.
Okay. You want to describe your amazingly high damage crossbow bolt?
Well, it's got the black shadowy collar now. but then I pop out of the tree, shoot it right in the fucking eye.
Yeah, and you definitely do. There's a fucking bolt hanging out of this thing's eye as it's just like convulsing and like rearing and just bucking and yeah. Would you like to do anything else on your turn, or is that it?
That's it.
Okay, Gearstrom.
Did you get your hex damage, Zach?
Oh yeah, it was 9.
Yeah.
Nice.
I pick up the owlbear, the baby owlbear, and I try to rock it to try to see if I can put it to sleep and shush it. As I walk away from the big owlbear with the baby owlbear in my hands.
Okay. So how are you trying to shush the owlbear?
I'm whistling a tune, like a lullaby that I knew. I learned as a kid, and then I'm rocking it in my arms as I'm walking away from the larger owlbear.
Daddy's real pissed and strong.
Okay, I
arm
mean,
is down.
I guess make a performance check. The DC is going to be very, very high due to the situation.
Come on, Nat 20.
Damn it! I keep fucking fat fingers.
No.
That's persuasion.
Damn it.
That would have been a 23. God damn it, man.
I believe in you.
It's all good, man.
21.
Not bad.
Is it high enough?
All right. This small owlbear has now been screaming and crying for a long time, and you're not sure whether it's just getting tired or whether your tune is affecting it. But
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
it quietens down.
Cool.
Hell yeah.
That's it for me. I just walk away from the other owlbear as I'm trying to quiet down the baby.
Right. Okay, the owlbear, with an arrow in its eye and surrounded on all sides, it's going to attempt to flee back into the forest, running for its life. Rezar.
Can I get the roll for the previous that was missed on the deck save?
Yes. Deck save first. Okay. 13. Does that meet your
That's
save?
my DC. It matches, so it succeeds. Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay. Do I need to roll again, or is that good?
It's just the end of his turn, so no, if he steps out of it, then it will just be the attack of opportunity.
Okay. Yeah, so he attempts to run away. Rezar and Slash, you both get attacks of opportunity.
Is that just a normal attack?
Yes.
Yeah. Does he get to attack recklessly since he attacked recklessly on his turn?
I'm going to say yeah.
11 damage from me.
Okay, so Rezar would technically be able to swing first. So yeah, Rezar, as this thing turns around, you hit it upside its hind legs, swinging it to the north, like right up against Slash. This thing's almost falling over as it's still trying to run away as Slash swings at it again, and yeah, Slash, this is a fatal blow. You want to describe it?
Oh wait, I killed it?
You
Yep.
killed it.
So as it comes running towards me, I just, like, he's holding the sword like this, he switches it on the inside and just completely bisects it as it runs through. Just running the blade up the inside of its, like, torso, essentially.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
yeah, this this creature just simply falls over, lifeless, much like the other one. You guys fucked him up.
I run over immediately to the NPC and try to stabilize him. Whatever I can do, I need to roll to try to facilitate that.
I'm next to him as well.
I'm collecting a claw from each of them.
Okay, we're still in combat and initiative for
Okay.
the sake of the individuals. So, Rezar, what are you gonna do?
I am going to prepare a 10-minute motherfucking ritual to speak with that poor owlbear.
Okay, Eldrick. Now, what are you gonna do?
I'm going to run over and try to aid him in stabilizing him.
All right, can you make it there? Your movement.
I'm going to jump down. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that plenty of movement? Well, actually, I wouldn't want to move there. I would go from
It's fine. You can
space to there.
you can dismiss your spell, right? Without any issue.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so you reach the heap that is strong arm, and what would you like to do?
Whatever I need to do a roll to try to stabilize him from bleeding out his wounds.
Somebody might know this better than me. Isn't it a medicine?
DC
12?
13
I think
medicine.
it's wisdom. I
It
think
might
it's
be 12,
wisdom.
yeah. It's
Wisdom
medicine,
based.
wisdom.
Or
DC 10 medicine.
Oh, it's only 10.
At least I'm pretty confident.
Can I help with that since I'm proficient in
failed.
medicine? Or
Nope. Let's move on. Slash, it is now your turn.
I get to attempt a roll?
You have to first move to him.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, I would have done that right
Okay.
next to him, essentially.
Okay.
10.
So the 10, does it allow him to stabilize? Is that what it does, or does it just count as a?
Yeah.
It puts him at 0.
basically he's just no longer bleeding out and dying.
All right.
No longer has to make saving throws.
So Gil cast a healing word on him as well. I don't know.
Well,
That's
that's not
Twister.
happened yet, but yeah,
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So at this point, there's no longer any immediate threat of death in the vicinity that you guys know of, and it looks like Strong Arm is still unconscious, but breathing steadily. As Slash had some type of medical protocol written into his coding, and was able to patch him up and bandage up any violent wounds Strong Arm sustained.
in that case, I think Gil casts a 6 HP on him as combat's ended.
Okay. So with this happening, Strong Arm opens his eyes and comes to, and looks around, and he's just like, "Oh, fuck my life."
Welcome back to the living.
And he slowly stands up and just kind of walks. Let's see, he's gonna walk probably right up here against a tree or something. Just kind of like try to rest. What are you guys all gonna do?
Considering that owlbears, after hardly any time in the forest, busted out of nowhere, started going crazy, trying to kill people, I am
Well,
going to.
It had been around 3 hours. Like, you guys traveled a good distance in.
Okay. Let's see.
So we're
So,
about 9
would that-
miles in.
Would that bump me up to level 3, that encounter?
After a rest, maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
Alright. I am now level 3.
Need to take a short rest.
Yep. I say to everyone that I had an epiphany, a vision, and I need a short rest. And it seems like our NBC ally does as well. And I look around to see if that would be okay. And so I head over next to him and try to sit down and collect my thoughts and kind of like go in a trance.
I assume I'm still not quite at level 3, right, Taylor? Or am I?
I'll have to look after.
Could I try to recover a couple of those crossbow bolts?
Sure. How many did you fire? 4? And
One of them hit.
one of them hit. Yeah, I say you can find 2 functional ones. The other 2 are either chipped or damaged beyond good functionality.
Oh, I can double click, but that's cool.
Also, Tyler, I'm not sure if I made it very clear with the owl, but I was looking through the owl's eyes. Basically, my sight was the owl's, and you said that my owl wouldn't have let me know. That's not
Well,
quite how it works.
can't-
Like I would have seen
Well,
the
you
owl
can't.
bear.
I don't think you can move and stuff if you're doing that, though, right?
You can, you're just blind and deaf.
Yeah, you're
Right.
blind and
That's
deaf.
why
I
Valana
mean,
was moving me along the path with the group. That's why I had her go behind me and watch me while I was in that trance-like state, basically. Kind of like the war.
I guess I missed that.
And
Okay.
It's fine. Yeah. Just
Okay.
for future
Well,
reference, I'll probably do it.
It was a very small creature, and there's a chance you could have missed it anyway. So.
Well, that's fair. That's why I linked the perception with the owl. It does have advantage on sight and hearing.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good to know now, since I thought that you basically couldn't do anything if you were doing that. So, gotcha.
It's no problem.
I am going to try to console the baby owlbear.
Yeah. So I guess Gil would just hand you the or Gerstrom would hand you the owlbear if you asked for it. Although
So this is a short rest, right?
he would be kind of I mean, do you guys want to take a short rest right now? I mean, it's going to be an hour.
Sure. I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Is it a short rest needed on level up to get the benefits thereof, or does that have to take a long rest for you to do that thing?
Well, I don't know if there's actually any rules written for it, but I'm saying, regardless, I'm saying that you can take a short rest and you can get your benefits.
Okay. All right. I will do so then. Can I change my spells, being that I'm getting new ones, or can I not do that until a long rest? I think you said long.
The rules on spells, you can learn new spells, I believe, when leveling, but in order to change them out, it requires a long rest.
Yeah, there you go. All right, cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm gonna say.
Well, at least that's the raw.
I'm gonna say that you're able to learn your new spells for your second level, but you're not able to change your first level.
Prepared, right? Yeah, I don't have them prepared.
Yeah. So, looks like we're right at 1.
Okay.
If I have anything else they want to do before we end the session?
I can do it at the beginning of the next one.
No. All right, Red Headband.
It's actually.
I was just wondering if you're gonna do anything like you did with Zach and him when they level up or whatever, or does I need to wait till?
Yeah, no. The level 3 is not really that important for you. I mean, you get second level spells, but that's about it, right? All your class. You don't get any actual.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I hope I'm level 3.
Level.
I'm gonna put him at.
Um,
That'll
Do
be on the
you-
recording. Goodbye.
do you want me to
See you
level
next
my
time.
character up to 3 then?